my channel Bal Vigan Bharti, and this is your mentor Avilas Sarkar. Actually, we have reached at the end of this subject, time, speed, and distance, where we are committing problem solving of 50 as we did in other subjects also. So this is my commitment. Every time I try to complete 50 odd problems, including uh, the criticality, or we can say the hardness of the problem, starting from the simplest to the hardest. So there I covered so many problems in these subjects also, of different concepts. So this is the end of the sessions. This chapter will end up the 50 problem, starting from the 47 onwards to 50, and then after I'll move on to the other subjects that has been demanded. Accordingly, I will just go for the theory first, then the to the problem solving session. So here is your 47th problem, because we have completed there 46. We are moving to 47. It says two trains A and B are 100-meter and 150-meter long, and are moving at one another with speed 54 kilometer per hour and 36 kilometer per hour respectively. Arun is sitting on the coach B1 on train A. Arun is sitting on train A at B1 coach. Okay. Calculate the time taken by Arun to completely cross train B. Okay, so prior to start this problem, I would try to recapitulate all those conditions of this kind of problem that we have already learned in other sums being discussed earlier, including this. So what are the cases? Case number 1, if I say, when a person is standing, a train is passing by this of length L. So in this case, the you can say the width of the man is negligibly less than the, so we do not consider dimension of the person. So in that case, crossing the person who is in standstill, and also the speed is 0. The person is not moving anywhere, he stands still. So only the train is moving of length L. So in that case, the length covered is to be considered as L plus 0. That means only the length of the train, and that with the speed of the train, with speed of the train only. So this is one case where person is standing, train is moving of length L, and he is crossing the person. So time has to be calculated considering the length covered is L with the speed of the train only. Okay, this is case 1. Case, so I will say stand still, or you can say, what you can say, this has to be case 1 where train crossing a standing person. This can be named as like this: train crossing with certain speed a standing person. This is the case 1. Case 2, train crossing with certain speed. There could be two cases. Case 2A oblique, certain speed, train crossing with a certain speed, a person with certain speed moving towards train. Okay, so in this case, length is length of train, that is only one possible, because the person with is negligibly small. Speed to be considered as they are moving in different dimensions in opposite directions towards each other. So in that case, speed of the train plus speed of the man will be added. In case of the cumulative speed, that means the relative speed has to be added when they are moving towards each other. This is the case 2A part. Okay, and similarly, case 2B part will be a person with certain speed moving same direction. Okay, same direction. In that case, the relative speed, the cumulative speed will be the train speed, because train is crossing the person, train is moving this way, person also moving this way. The train speed minus man speed, this will be the case, and length is equal to the length of train. So in case 2, there are two parts. One person is moving and he is moving either towards the train or away from the train. Okay, in first case there is no option because there is no one. So this is the case where person and train are the two objects, or the two participants in that case. Case 3, train standby. There also one train standby, other train moving. Okay, so this is the case where person, but in this case length will be the length train 1 plus length of train 2, both has to be added. Speed, relative speed, only the train who is moving. Let's say this is the second train, so only T2 is to be considered. This is part A. Fine. Part B, where there this is standby and So in this case, only one case is possible. A, train is standby, train 2. B, that case will be a different case. I will take. I will not take A or B. There is only one case. One train is standby, other train is crossing. So in that case, length has to be added, both train length and speed of the train who is moving. Okay. So case 3 is over. Case 4. Case 4, there will be two part. Train. Both are moving. Second train also, train 1, train 2 moving. In condition 1 is in same direction. This is case where man and train is moving. This is train entering. Length 1 plus length 2, speed 2 minus speed 1. The higher speed to the less is the relative speed that has to be considered for calculating the time. Okay. Here the second case will be both are moving but opposite direction. So that they are moving in towards each other. Then length will be length 1 plus length 2 and speed will be speed 1 plus speed 2. This will be added when they are moving towards each other. This is case 4, A and B part gone. What would be the another case? So while this problem, we'll consider the case 5. How? Train is moving, train is there, and there is one train, there is another train, but one train is moving, and in this case there could be another two segment A and B. Train moving, person sitting on a train, there could be few more, means I am not taking a 2, there could be 2, 3, 4 part. So first case, train, they are moving opposite direction, and there one person is sitting on one train 1 is sitting other train. So in this case, this person is the object or the candidate or the, you can say, the member who is taking part in this calculation. How? Train is moving, this train is moving, but our consideration has to be taken where the person will cross the other train, that is the T2 train completely. This is the ask. If it is the ask that what is the time taken to cross this person the second train for him, the train he is sitting, except the train, whatever the train is there, that train. And in this case, if they are moving the opposite direction, then length will be the length of the second train, because apparently this is very less with respect to the train. And speed, the speed here, it will be the speed of the train 1 and speed of the train 2. Why? Because the person, he himself having no speed with relative to the T1, he is sitting on the T2, this is getting the speed of T. So for considering his speed, we have to consider the speed of the train. So speed wise, train speed and the man speed is same. So that considering that I need to consider the speed, and as they are moving in the opposite direction, that has to be added. This is the case 1 opposite. Other case, if they are same direction. If man is sitting on the train 1, other train also moving, this is moving, and this must we have higher speed, then otherwise it will not cross. So in that case, if he is chasing, okay, or otherwise this could be the other way down. The person is sitting at train 1, he is behind the train 2, and this having higher speed. So either or. So speed in any case, this will be the S2 difference S1, because I don't know who is having higher speed. So but we have to take higher to the lower. So in that case, both condition can be considered. Either he is chasing him or he is chasing him. In both case, speed will be the difference between the two. So we will take this, either this S2 or S1, I will take the positive value of the differences between the speed. That is the relative speed, and length will be the length of, if person is sitting here, the other train means the length of the train 2. If I consider the person is sitting in train 1 only, this is, you can say, the other one. Okay, instead of 2 you can say the other train length. Understood? So this is the case. Other case can be possible if both one person is sitting on the train, and if it is said the what is the time the person will cross each other. Okay, so in this case they definitely has to say why the person is sitting on the different train, whether he is sitting at L1 distance, is sitting at L2 distance. So in that case, if it is being mentioned, the total distance, when that has to be considered, the distance if they are crossing from opposite direction, this is the only means dimension they has to cross each other, while they will come together at let's say they are at a point when they have just merged at the mouth. This is the position of person 1, this is person 2, and when they will cross, their back will, so only thing they will cross each other. If I say this is standby, you will cross this much length, and so this is the ultimate length what according to their position they will cross to cross each other. So length will be, the length has to be said from the front of the from the front of the engine, front of the train where he is sitting, and their relative position has to be mentioned. So in that case, that has to be the length, and speed will be the speed of those train. Okay, this could be the another case, or else if they are reverse the direction, so in that case also, if he moving this way, then also the person has to change the position from P2 to P1, and it will cross the same length, but in this case this will be the speed. Understood? These all would be the possibility that could come. But coming to this point, the problem said two trains A and B, 100 meter, 150 meter long, and are moving at one another. That means they are moving in opposite direction. Okay, let's say this is train 1, this is train 2. Their speed, their length is 100 meter, 150 meter, and speed is 54 kmph, 36 kmph. But definitely I have to convert it into meter because this length is meter, otherwise the unit will be difficult to handle. So this is equal to 54 into 5 by 18, I suppose, for converting. 15, 36 into 5 by 18, 10 meter per second, This will be this has converted. Now the case, the person Arun is a person sitting on the train A. So if I consider not A, this is A, I am considering not T1, T2, rather this is a name A, sitting somewhere here, person Arun sitting. Now he will cross this train of length 150 meter when he is matching the start point and end point, because they are moving on the opposite direction. So he will only cross this much distance. So for him the distance has to be only the length of the train where he is not sitting on the other train, and the speed is equal to the speed of, because he is getting the speed of the train, this one. So speed is equal to 15 plus 10, that I have discussed already. So this will be the 25. So the time is equal to distance by speed, that is equal to 150 upon 25, that is equal to 6 seconds. So this will be the answer. Okay, so I have discussed different condition, and this is one of the such condition where this can be solved like this. Okay, so I move on to the problem number 48. Now this is problem number 48. I will go to solve it for you. The two trains left from two stations P and Q towards each other. 3 hours after they met, they were 675 kilometers apart. First train arrived at its destination 16 hours after they met, and that of second train 25 hours. How long first train will take to complete its journey, you can say. So let me put it in a schematic form. There are two stations P and Q. Okay. At some point of time, after their start, so he is moving this direction, he is moving towards each other. At point, let's say T, they are meeting. Then after they again moving towards opposite direction for their destination. Means if A starting here, B starting here, so A will move from P to Q and B will move from Q to P. So in between they will meet. Then after they are moving towards their destination, in between they meet. Okay. So before they met, whatever distance covered by B will be covered by A after they are met, the remaining distance. So we can say the distance covered by B before met will be the distance covered by A after met. That's for sure. Another concept, let's say speed is not given. I am assuming this is SA, this is SB. For the first segment of the question, 3 hours after they met, means after they met, again another 3 hours they are moving, and during that they are creating a distance in between is 675. They are apart from this. So the first equation is SA into 3 plus SB into 3 is equal to 675. That is the straightforward one. And from there SA plus SB will get is how much? By 3, 225. So this is one equation straightforward. For the remaining one, they will move such a way that B is moving before met is this much, and that A is covering the same distance 16 hours. But that is not said how much B has taken before met. So as we have taken SA and SB the speed, and if you can say that SA and SB in the ratio of this, their distance also in the ratio of this, whatever distance they covered has to be same. So If I consider the case where before the met, whatever distance they have covered, the total distance being contributed by both of them. So let's say this is the time taken to before the time taken for the respective distance before they met is equal to SA into T, the time at the time of T they are meeting is equal to the total distance. So from there, what is the T is equal to total distance by SA plus SB. This is same as we can calculate also. The total distance is this and the relative speed is SA plus, because they are moving in the opposite direction, the T. So the fraction of the distance A covered is equal to T into SA into D by SA plus SB, and that of DB is equal to SB into D by SA plus SB. That is true. So we are keeping it aside. So this is the case. Now we can say that what after the met, this is the distance which is covered by B will be covered by A. So the what is the time for that? The distance is dB covered by A with his speed SA will be the time. That time is equal to how much? 16 cent. He is taking 16 hours for the remaining distance. After the met, going to the destination, 16 hours they met. So the remaining distance, the distance is dB, and that of 25, the other one, the distance moved by A initially, that will be moved by B. So that distance A upon SB, this will be the equation. So if I put this, the dB is how much? SB upon SA plus SB into the total distance divided by SA, that is equal to 16. Now SA and SB is equal to 225, no? So if I say D by SA will keep. Why I am keeping? I will tell you that. Or this fraction is equal to because this is denoting what? The total distance is D with A speed will individually will denote the time taken for A. So if I can calculate this one from this equation, where SA plus SB we know, only thing SB we don't know individually. So this is 16 into 225 by SB. Okay. So this is the time taken for him. Okay. So this is one part. Now how will you get this one? Again, time taken for this is equal to, if I say the SA into the T, this I know, D by T we know, this we know. So how will you get this SB? To get SB, we know SA plus SB is equal to this one, and we have no other equation. This is equal to SA. So SA is equal to 16 by dB. dB is equal to that one. And SB is given. Only thing we have to know SB. Let me check how will I get SB then. Now this is known. Okay, fine, I rub it here. Now the total distance covered by SA into time plus SB into time is equal to the D distance. Okay, so T is equal to D upon SA plus SB. That is known. The first distance covered by A is SA into, prior to the mate, is into this distance. this is D plus 16. So this distance is covered by A in 16 hours, this by 12 hours. So this is equal to SA by D, and D by SB I will get is equal to 25 into 225 by SA. This I will get. Okay. So okay, fine. So this I am getting now. So now fine. Okay. So this is D, the distance covered by the time taken by. So now what I can do, I don't know SA and SB, I don't know DB also. Now if I divide this and this may be, you can say 2, you can say this is one equation, say. So to solve it, what I do, I will divide this 1 by 2. So there D will be eliminated. So there I will get D by SA upon D by SB equal to 16 into 225 by SB and 25 into 225 by SA. This is fine. Okay, fine. Now it will reverse. This will reverse. So I will get this DD cancelled. This will be cancelled. SB by SA is equal to 16 by, this will be SA 25 into SB. Yes, fine. So this SB square by SA square is equal to how much? 16 by 25. So SB upon SA is equal to 4 by 5. So their ratio is this one. So as this, unless means you don't know individual case, but this one relation you can establish. From there, we can solve the using this one. SA plus SB is equal to 225. Now SB, in any case you can put SA plus SB is equal to 4 by 5 of SA. If I multiply, is equal to 225. So SA is equal to, this will be 9 by 5. So this will be 225 into 5 will go there, 9. So 9 to 5, that is equal to 125. SA is 125, then SB is equal to, and you know, you record this one. So that the time, you know, you need SB also. So SB is equal to how much? If I deduct this one, is equal to 100. So the time taken for the first one, only the first is needed. So it's equal to total distance by SA. Now total distance we have already calculated is equal to what? SB by the fraction SA plus SB. That the time here we have calculated earlier. Na? Remember that D by SA, the equation was D by SA, we found this into D. This into D by SA was there. That was the 16 hours we have found. This was the equation. The fraction of B moved of the total distance by the A speed will be the time taken for the remaining. So from there we need to have this one. So D by SA is how much? 16 into ultimately 16 into 225 SA plus SB divided by SB. Now SB you know 100. So this will be this will be the total time taken for A to move P to Q. What is that? The total distance D and its speed. The same thing it will tell. Now this fraction I will not calculate differently. This the right hand side if I calculate, it will give you the answer. So this is 16 into 2, that means 3200 into 16 to 25, that means equal to 400 enough. 400 again, so 400, 3600, 00 by 100, that is equal to 36 hours. 36 hours taken for A to reach P to Q. Understood? So this is 48 problem. I think I need one more class for the remaining 2 problems. Sorry for that, because this is already when too lengthy to cover to this two problem. So I will definitely end up in the next class, and I will try to move to the other subjects in this that episode only. So thank you for now. Good night.